What's
Talking about
up,
some bullshit.
man? I know, right? Yo, like it's crazy. So for those of y'all who can't clearly see my brother on this screen with us right now, you guys are honored to be in the voice listening pleasure of the brother, that boy Toph, that dude Toph. Let's
What's
go
up, yo?
ahead and get it right. All right, man. Appreciate you for joining the show for real. One time for
Hey,
the
not a
one
problem.
time, man.
Not a problem at all, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate you having me.
man. Yeah, man. It's amazing though, bro. So like right? Like I'm curious as we just get into it because I got to get right into it with you,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, for sure.
How did you join? How did you come up with that name, Toe?
My name's actually Christopher. So you drop the Chris, you drop the and you got dope.
Okay, I got you. So
Yeah,
that
yep.
makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. And then I thought about it because I didn't realize how you spelled your name. Again, you're talking to
Right,
the blind man. So a
right.
common misconception when I thought about your name and then I realized I get, it's kind of easy to autocorrect something when it's giving you obvious answers to name tags that
Of course, of
relevantly
course.
sound like something similar to what you're looking for, right? So with me, I usually do that, but again, like, so I got that's pretty neat though, and I never really thought about that. So I'm sorry, I apologize for butchering
No,
your
you
name
good.
in the
You good.
profile post like that,
You ain't gonna be the
but
first one, bro, and I guarantee you ain't the last. But yeah, I mean,
oh,
when I was younger, I think I went through a couple of different names, a couple of different phases, and then I got older, had my kids and everything, and I was just like, man, you know what? The best way to do this is just be who I am, and
right, right.
that's dope.
Hold
So
on, hold on. That's pretty fucking cool though. That's pretty cool though. So all right. So you from the West Coast? Like, what part in the
yes,
West
sir.
Side you represent? Side?
San Bernardino County, IE, Inland Empire.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm in
man. Like
SoCal.
SoCal. That's what's up. Shout out to the West, man. We got nothing but
That's right.
love over here. That's why we always take a blow. We always take a blow of some bud on fucking 720 over here.
No, for sure, for sure,
Showing
for
love
sure.
to the West. You know what I mean? It's all day, every day over here. But yeah, man, like that's dope, man. So like another dope thing that I was interested in is as I caught up with some of the tracks that you sent me, I was
Yeah.
more I was listening to like your process. Like, so tell me like something that you would want, like as far as like artist wise, like as speaking to your fans, what is something that you want like your artist fans to, your fans to know about you as far as like your method to like what the message is behind your music?
Man, you know what? Honestly, my songs really just they come from the heart, bro. Like they I wake up in the morning and something hits me and I just feel like doing a song. I just get out there and do it. Like if they check my SoundCloud, check it out, same thing that do dope. Um, I got a song on there called oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, it was about the school shootings that was happening out in Texas last year,
Okay,
and,
okay,
and I woke
okay.
up.
Yeah,
I
I heard
woke up.
about him. Yeah.
I woke up and I was just like, man, ain't this some bullshit, bro? And like threw a beat together real quick, and within an hour, I found myself in my booth just putting down lyrics, like, and
Right.
it was just on my mind. Um, I've got
I
a few
feel
comedy
you.
songs. I like keeping things light spirited if I can, but there's a few that are deep too because, like I said, I write from the heart. So if I got something on my mind, if I'm going through something, that's what ends up on the track.
I agree. I agree. Like any artist, a lot of our music comes from emotion. So I can definitely
Right,
reflect with that response. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I want a lot of my
right,
fans, or my music to understand the same way. So I respect
for
that,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, so being like that, your art and your music, you know what I mean, speaks, to a lot of like your emotions in that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do you see a lot of people like when they hear your music, what is one of the key things they say about like what they notice about you as a lyricist?
The main thing I've been hearing a lot is that my styles are just so different. Like I can go from something just slow and chill, and then just turn it around like the song I just go ahead and put up for today for the show. Where I released it. It's some like hard rock
That's
background
a
instrumental. I mean, I'm versatile depending upon what it is. Yeah, and a prime example is I don't think it's on my. It may not be on my SoundCloud, but I'm also on the Rap Play now. So you go on
right.
there, and I've got a track on there. It's called Titanic Rap.
Yo,
And this was put out by a couple of homies of mine. We were sitting around getting drunk, doing our thing, and the damn Titanic song came on, and I'm just freestyling and just going off. And they're like, "Bro, you can't do that song." I said, "The hell I can't." They said, "The hell I can't, bro." So I went on there, and I made a little instrumental, and yeah, bro, I spit that whole damn movie. So
like,
I
why
mean,
not, dude? Like,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
a
Why not?
challenge in itself. You saying that I can't do something and I feel gifted
Exactly.
to do
Yeah,
something.
put
You
me
know
through
what
the
I mean?
challenge. Put me through the challenge.
I
Go
could
ahead.
dig that. I could dig that. My girl did that to me one time actually. Recently, it was the Are you familiar with that guy that dude Dax
Yeah.
or
Oh
that?
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so
I know
she
what's up with
sent me the
Dax.
wasted. She sent me the wasted challenge. So I
Okay.
did that. I did that. I did a remake to that. And cause she kept poking me with it. She's like, "Babe, do this song. Babe, do this song. Babe, do this song." So I'm like,
Right.
you know what? I'm gonna do it because she kept
Right. Right.
poking me with it. So I ended up doing it, and it like I said, it's on my page or whatever. You can find it there, but
Okay.
it's not about that. Myself, you know what I mean. Personally, I've always been somebody who I wanted to be a trend setter. You know what I mean? Somebody
Right.
who
Right.
trends off of whatever I've done that people are interested in because it's trendy. But at the same time, I don't really care about all that myself. So
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you know what I mean, as an artist out here, do you see like how like the imagery of rap music is portrayed in the industry out here right now? And if you want to, this is your choice. You know what I mean? This could be a kind of like an optionary question if you want to keep
Okay.
it like or whatever. But what is your view on like how like rap music is like catching the view of the eye of the world right now? Yeah, I mean,
You know
because there's
what?
a lot of different conceptive thoughts on how
Right.
people view rap music now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like when I was growing up, mind you, okay, I'm a white boy in Southern California. My mom listened to country music, my dad listened to oldies. So when I was growing up as a youngster, listening to some MC Hammer came on or something like that, my mom would turn that rap crap off, get the hell out of my house. You think you doing? It was bad. It was looked at as bad thing. And now,
Right.
I'm in my 30s. It's blown up. It's become something that is accepted by more and more people. But I think the biggest problem, especially amongst the underground artists, the artists like myself in my area that are trying to make it in for themselves, trying to do something with it. There's not enough real support. Like you get people that are
Yeah.
going to support it, but it's kind of it's low key, haters instead of really actually being supportive of one another, and that's really got to stop. I mean, too
Yeah,
many people are trying to
I
they're
definitely
trying to
agree
step
with
on
that
each other
too.
to get up. You know what I mean?
I definitely
And
agree with that. There's a
yeah,
lot of
that's definitely the thing.
confrontation amongst artists in the industry. Um, I do agree at the fact that it's at the behest of a lot of the label heads too when you think about it,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Because they're
that's
the
true.
ones playing the puppeteer, the puppet masters on all of this
Yep,
whole situation.
yep,
They're
exactly.
paying these artists out here to only sell records that discriminate hatred towards other
Right,
artists
right.
or whatever image doesn't appeal to theirs in the best manner that puts money in their pockets. So
And that's why
at the
my
same time, you're pushing these artists out here to make songs and
right,
fight amongst each other for the spot to be known as the best of all the best. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly.
When it should be about all these artists being able to sit at the same table that everybody in this industry is eating from.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, like that's if you go through my songs, yeah, I've been in a few battles, and you push my buttons, I'm gonna come at you cutthroat, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? But
I respect that.
it's not really my primary drive. Like I'll give you an example, bro. I've done some rap music my whole life, But I really kind of just let it
Yeah.
go, laid low key with it about the last like 10 years or so. I kind of just gave it up. You know, I raised my daughters, was doing my thing in my life. Well, a year ago, last 2021 December, my mom passed away, and her and I weren't really close, but her and my little brother were. And my little
Right.
brother's always been my biggest fan. He's been my biggest supporter our whole life. Like he's always tried to push me to do this. Well, he took her death so hard, he actually ended up dying in May last year.
Mm-hmm.
So just before he passed, um, he talked me getting back into it, and
Wow.
he got to see 2 or 3 songs come out of me, and then he ended up passing away. And so now, like that's my motivation, that's my drive. My little brother always tried to help people, he's always there for people. So my
Word.
factor is like I'm hoping my music kind of does the same thing for somebody else. Whether or not I blow up, make it big, anything like that, I'm not really too worried about that. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, cool, it's just life. But at the end of the day, I want to know that my music helps somebody somewhere. And I mean, I have like 2 goals that I have set. One
Right.
is, I'd like to go out in public and just out of the blue, somebody come approach me like, dude, hey, it's dope, like they just recognize me from
Right.
my music alone. And then the others, they'll have my own little concert, like 5,000 people, whatever. That to me is a big
Mm.
deal. So I accomplished those 2 goals. I set my goals are pretty low as far as anything that goes. So
Right.
that's all I
Right.
really want
I
to do.
understand that.
It's more about helping people and giving a message to people and helping people get
Yeah,
their shit.
and that's what we do here. That's something I can respect too, because we do that here on the show. That's
Yeah,
something
I've
we
seen
do.
that. I've seen that.
We come here Monday through Saturdays every week, and we join in with you guys to just conversate with you, bring in new artists, new people that want to tap in and share their message to the world, man. Because it's not just about a place where I know people and you know people and you just want to
Right.
chill with me because I know you frequent. Nah, because at the same time, I'm trying to venture out and get to know new people as well. I'm
Exactly.
soliciting my information to public view to be out here on the streets of people that are stepping up to me just off the block. Yo, hey man, how
Yep.
you doing? Nice to meet you, and
Yep.
provocatively give you an experience of music and real talk conversations on top of the fact that I'm coming to you with real music from not only myself, but individuals you may not have known may even be
Right.
close by you. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Right. Exactly.
the kind of thing that not many people are advertising or sitting on as far as an advertisement. Now, with that
Right.
in mind, like I was curious, what was like do you remember like the first time you ever picked up a pad and pen and started writing songs?
I sure do. I sure do. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
What
It was
was
an
that?
experience, bro.
What was
It
that
was
like?
like I think the first person I shared it with was my little brother, and he was like, "Dude, you are dope." It was, be honest with you, it was a song called "Find Them, Kill 'Em, But Forget 'Em," and
Okay.
it was about some girls and shit, just talking shit, whatever. I was probably like,
Right.
I don't know, 13, 14 years old, and my little brother was like, "Dude, that is so dope." So we went to my pops next, right? And we are like, "All right, pops, listen to this." And he listened to it, and he just looks at me at the end of the song, he starts shaking his head, he goes, I never thought I'd regret the day I sit here and go, "Come on, Chris, talk, Chris." But my pops is actually a pretty big supporter, a pretty big fan now. He really has my back
Respect,
with it.
respect,
You
man.
know,
That's
he sees
dope.
what I do.
Yeah,
So
I had the same issue. Like my pops was the same way. Like I don't think my pops really knew like I was really into the music like that until like I came up here because when I was I was living down south a lot,
right, right,
for most of my years growing up as a preteen
okay.
to a teenager.
You're
About
from New
till I
York now,
turned
right?
about 17, 18. Just before I turned 18, I moved back here to New York. So, I
Okay,
was up here, and then like I got mixed in with my cousin, and we started doing music. So it was kind of like after that, it was like he didn't really take me serious until the day I came home with like a whole CD that my cousin had just pressed up, and she was dropping off to different labels and talking to them and stuff for them to
right,
even
right, right.
for them to even take it all serious. And then he was looking for the checks and shit. He was hoping the checks was coming next. I was like, yo, it don't work that way. I see now. You know, it's a lot more to this shit. So, you know, with knowing all of that, you know what I mean? And just to throw that out there, I wanted to ask, you know what I mean, out of curiosity, how old are you?
I'm actually, shit, oh man, I'm getting old.
I didn't catch that. Hold on, what happened? Toph, you cut out. What happened?
What happened? Okay, sorry, bro. I lost you for a second. I'm 39 now.
Oh, okay, cool,
Oh, okay,
cool.
cool.
So you're about a
So
year
you're
older
about a
than
year
me.
older than me.
I'm 39 this
39
year.
this year. Okay, yeah, I just turned 39 in September.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah, so don't feel
that's
that old, man.
definitely,
Take that, man.
really, it's crazy, bro. It's so
It's
crazy
so
when you look
crazy
at
when you look
everything.
at
Like,
everything. Like,
being an
being an
experience
experience
in the
and the
experience
experience
of music, like
music like I've been, like I've
music
been music
like since I
like
was
since
like
I was like
15.
15.
I started
I started
rapping
rapping
in high
in high
school.
school.
Like
Like
after I
after I
started, before
started,
that I was
before that
doing
I was doing
poetry, but it,
poetry,
you know,
but
for
it,
me
you know,
it's
for
like
me it's like
15, first
15,
time
first time
writing
writing
a
a
song.
song.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I was
15.
just
I got tired
got
of
tired
the
of
kids in the lunchroom talking about
talking about
you want to
you
make
want to
beats,
make
you want to
beats, you
beatbox
want to
and do
beatbox and
like
do
all
like
that stuff,
all
but
that
you
stuff,
don't want
but
to
you don't
rap.
want to rap.
Like we don't
Like
want
we
you
don't
in the
want you
corner
to
like
do
that.
it like
Like
that.
we
Like
kind of
we
just
kind
want
of
to
just
see if
want
you're
to see
gonna
if we're
spit
going to
some
spit
and see if you're
and see
gonna
if
actually
we're going
say
to actually
something
say something
that we'd be
that we'd
interested
be
in
interested
hearing.
in
Because
hearing.
other
Because
than that,
other
you
than that,
corny.
you corny.
But
But
you know,
you know,
so I
so
just
I
like
just
I
like
said, you know what I'm
you know
gonna
what
do?
I'm gonna
I'm
do?
gonna throw
I'm
something
gonna throw
out there.
something out
So I
there.
just
So
threw
I
something
do
out
something
there
out
and
there
put a
and put
song.
a
I feel
song.
like
I
just
feel
put
like
a
I just
verse
put
together.
verse
And it was
together.
just
It was just
something weird
something
because I
weird
heard a
because I
bunch of
heard a bunch
rappers
of
spitting
rappers spitting
fast and
fast.
all they kept
All they
talking
kept
about was
talking about was
guns, dope, and cash, and I was
cash,
like,
and I
all
was
right,
like, all
cool.
right, cool.
So,
Yeah,
awesome. You know, I
you know,
mix it
I
up
mix
with
it
you.
up. Yep, exactly.
But
Yeah, it's totally different than when we were younger.
right,
Right.
it tends to
It
be a
tends to
little
be
bit
a
of a
little bit of
shifty
a shifty
situation. But for
situation,
me
but for me
personally, I
personally,
love
I
the
love
fact
the
that
fact
I
that
was
I
able
was
to
able
like
to like
just
just
embrace the
embrace the
music
music
because I
because
had
I had
something
something
already with the
already with the
music when I
music
was
when I
younger.
was young. Right.
You know,
You
growing
know,
up
growing
around
up
my
on
parents, and my parents
my
loved
parents love
music.
music.
So like
So
it was
like
just
it was
like
just like
a matter
a
of
matter
time
of
for
time.
me. You know, my pops
My
was
pops
in
was
the band at one
in at
point.
one
He
point.
played mute. He played
He played in
the instruments, and
the
at the same
at the
time, he
same
did
time
what
he
he
did
used to
what he used to
DJ, and
DJ and
he used to be
used to
like the
be like the
DJ at
DJ
the
at
event,
the
at
at
parties,
parties,
block
block
parties, and
parties,
all of
and
that.
all
So
of that.
it's
So
just
it's
like
just like
I had to
I
be
had to be
involved.
involved.
But
But
what was the
what
one
was the
thing
one
about
thing about
your
your
passion in
past
music
and
after
music
you
after
started
you started
writing
writing
that made
that
you
made
really
you really
feel like
feel
this
like
was
this was
something that you
something that
really,
really
really shot
really
for,
shot
you were
for?
gonna
You were
really
gonna
take
really
this
take this
seriously?
seriously. Hold on, give me a second. I need to reconnect my earpiece here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. All right, now what was you saying again? I'm sorry.
Now, what I said
Now,
was
what I said was
basically,
basically,
what was the one
what was
thing
the
that
one thing
you
that you
realized after you
realized as
got
you got
to like
to like
writing your
writing
music and
music
stuff
and
that
stuff
you
that you
realized that
realized that
you were
you were
going to take
going to
this
take
serious?
this
You were
serious?
really
Really
willing to
willing.
commit to the aspects of writing and producing music and everything like that. Because you told me you make beats too, right?
Oh, I do everything, bro. From my cover art to mixing and mastering to making my beats to the whole nine. Yep, I'm a one man
Okay.
show.
One man show. So see what I'm saying? Like that's a skill that takes a lot of effort, a
It
lot of
does.
pre-trained skill that you really have to focus on. And even if you don't have the manual or somebody helping you, walking you through, you really have to have patience. Is one main thing. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So I agree. Like you know what I'm saying? And that was the question I wanted to ask you more or less.
Yeah, it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time and effort. I mean, when it comes down to mixing and mastering, bro, I'll keep it real. I suck. Like I still got a lot of work to do, but I'll keep plugging away at it. I was the same way
Hey,
when it came
we
to
worked
beats. Though
that.
when I first started with beats, I was horrible, with beats, and then now I got some pretty banging tracks. So it just takes time. It takes
Right.
time. It takes effort and dedication for sure.
100%, bro. And that's something that I love to hear from every artist that I speak with. You know what I'm saying? This is something
Right.
that that I love hearing from, because my whole big theme, you know what I mean, something I started to embrace from another group of people that really just like took me in as an artist and showed me what it takes to 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 take your music and your career as a musician to the next level. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And to truly
Yep.
take on the title artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was like learning from them. Meant learning from people who were going to show you their best way to put you in a light where you needed to be in order to say you were
Right.
classifying yourself as such. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
And
Exactly.
that's something I always was glad to be gifted and granted as I got older. You know what I'm saying? Because when I became like 18, 17, 18, my cousin who was, she showed me the ropes. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? She showed me everything that I know as far as like how to register my music. You know what I mean? I got signed with ASCAP, through developing projects with her. You know what I mean? Something that I had no obvious access to until then. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, and that's
So
still something I'm trying to achieve. So you're a
right.
step ahead.
You see what I'm saying? I owe my career to my cousin, you know what I'm saying? The one person
Right.
that helped me in a time when shit was like looking like it wasn't gonna be nothing. So for what it's worth, you know what I mean? That's a lot to do with just who I am, you know what I mean, as an
Hmm.
artist. So respectfully, not only there was that, but there was also the fact that creating a career means that you're taking a decision for everything that it's worth and everything you commit to pulling from this. So
Right.
this works for you as long as you allow it to be the one thing that works for you. You know what I'm saying? And for me as an artist, I understand personally that I love music, but I love making music for the sake of being that it's that. I'm
Hmm.
making music because it's something that I'm passionate about doing. I felt this emotion from this song that it made me come to this conclusion with this song. You see what I'm saying? Like, not
Exactly. Yeah.
because a project label had said to me that I need you to make 15 different songs, each of them have to be in this different category. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm just like, I don't like that kind of a structural setting, because then you're picking and choosing what goes out even then, even
Exactly.
after.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They get to
You're right.
they get to make the full decision, full topical discretion, you know what I'm saying, to the
Right.
whole
Right.
thing. That is something I've never been able to respect. And once
Right.
I understood how Prince did his job, did his work, Michael Jackson did his work. You
Hmm.
know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? There's several other artists that in this day and age, even today, will not work with you if you don't have and own your own stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's very
You know
true.
what I'm saying? This is something that really just it explains a whole nother element of what's really
Right.
going on in the industry, because this means that at any given time, an artist signing into a label could get screwed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
If
That's
you
true.
not
That's true.
fully prepared for what the label is offering you, you don't understand what they saying. You don't have no legal
Exactly.
representation to show you and talk you through something that's going to put you in a lifetime commitment to something that you
Yep.
can't get out of. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Exactly. Like
You see what I mean?
who is it? Who
And
is it?
that's another
Hobson.
right.
Look at what
You
happened to
see what I'm
Hobson.
saying? Perfect
Yeah, Hobson
example.
got done
Larry
dirty.
Hobson.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. He got done dirty. So I mean, it's plagued his whole career to this day. I mean, he's affected by it. I mean, he's done well for himself without it. He's moved on from it, but it's still, it's been a blemish on his, if nothing else, on his mental psyche.
Yeah, and you already
So
know he's overly he that projects not only that, but how he does business now as an
Exactly.
artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because that really will put a stain on you. It will make you look at the industry a different way,
Oh yeah,
especially
for
when
sure.
you're a newcomer to the streets, to the
Yep.
streets of the
Exactly.
business, of the music business. You don't see that everything behind the camera shit because
Right.
everything's a nice glittery glare in front of that motherfucker. It's so
Yep.
beautiful.
And
You
I'm
know what
sure
I
he felt
mean?
like he just got, the gift of gold when that happened to him. I mean, Ruthless Records. I mean, geez, that was easy. He's right there. He's
There
on the
you
precipice of,
go.
of, of greatness, and he's not even realizing, at the time when he's signing that contract, that he was totally screwing himself, and he had no idea. And it's
There
a damn
you
shame because he's a hell
go.
of an artist.
And that's a fact, bro. Now,
Yep.
mind you, out of all of that, like, I'm not the type of person where, like, I ever thought about that myself until after
Right.
I spoke with family. Like, and I was fortunate to have family members who were doing stuff, getting connected
Hmm.
in the streets through other means of the music business to try to connect. And
For sure.
they learned things on their own on how to rise and
Hmm.
see what was going on and what avenues needed to go where. It was like going into the serpent's nest. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
It's like
Exactly.
it's crazy outside. One minute everything looks nice, the next thing you know, it's some sharks in the water. You see what I'm
And
saying?
in
So
my opinion, it's better to be like, I mean, hell, I've collected a little paycheck, off my money, off my music. I mean,
right.
and that's through like DistroKid. I got DistroKid putting
Hmm.
my music out there, so they pay me. But I ain't got no big contract. I'm not making a living off it. But you know what? I have that
Right.
freedom. I can do what I want. I can make what I want. I can flip and do country if I wanted to do it, or just
Respectfully.
or
And,
I can
and
shut it
you
all
ain't
down and
gotta
not do
worry
nothing.
about the respect of anybody, the attribute of anybody coming at you later saying something like this about you. You know what I'm saying? As far as like who you are
Exactly.
as a person and who you
Or even my
represent when it
content.
comes, you know what I mean? Or even
Yeah.
about your content. Because for me as an artist, one thing I noticed about myself is I've changed a lot from the music that I heard
Absolutely.
back in the years that I started doing music and actually
Absolutely.
recording. The first time I ever actually recorded music on my own recorded music was
Hmm.
probably in 2010. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Okay.
the first time I did it on my own. You know what I mean?
I think that was
Like
when I did my first ones as
2010.
well. Yeah. I think mine was
So
2010,
early,
and then I
as
stopped.
early as 2010, and those songs got released in 2016 and in 2020 because I
Okay.
released them again in 2020 because I wanted them to go onto the DistroKid platform
Right.
first.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
What's
Because I
crazy
had
is
released them to another distribution network first, but they tried to jerk me on the account information. It was almost like some
right.
weird ass
Right.
Kickstarter
Okay.
thing to get your broadcast, get your stream, or get your
Right.
platform
Right.
set up. You know what I mean, on streaming platforms. So when I
You know.
joined DistroKid, it was like, "Fuck you, I'm good now."
Yep. And I'll say this to the people watching. Like if you're gonna do this, do it. Don't let it go because I think I dropped my first recordings in 2010 also, and I released them then. But
There
it
you
was
go.
like six. It was like six tracks, bro. But after that, I didn't do anything. I was a single dad. I focused on raising my kids, and I left it alone until 2021. No, I take it back to the start of 2022. So we're talking
There you go.
roughly almost 12 years. And now here's the crazy part. In all that time, I have a total of 6 songs released. Come 2022, by the end of the year, I had 60.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Look at
So like,
that.
don't. I think back to all those years I stopped, and it's like, man, I could have really been up in my game. I could have really been doing something with
That.
this, but I don't regret it because I've got that quality time with my daughters. But at the same time, I look at it now and it's like, man, I really could have. If I kind of balanced the two, it probably would have been better. I could have been doing something with this a long time ago. But hey, I'm glad to be where I'm at now, man. That's for sure.
I
So
believe you, man, and I agree with you 100% because I'm the same way, fam. Now, one more thing I
for
wanted
sure.
to add in here with this interview we got going, man. You said you had something dope, new to hear for us to hear. Did you want to play that right now, or do you have some time for us for that?
Yeah. My phone's running a little low, but let's see. How do I add that to you?
Best way to do it, if you got the link, if it's a link, send it to the DM on IG, or
Okay,
you
all
can.
right. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, if it just in case it cuts me off right now when I try to do this real quick, I appreciate
It
you
may,
having me,
but
bro, for sure.
don't worry about it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just come right back. I got you. I'll get you back in.
All right. Hold on. Let me see what I can do with this. Hold on. I know I got it working. So, uh, let's see here. Uploads.
This is for my
It looks
peoples
like it's
that's
staying on.
checking
Yeah.
me over on IG. For y'all that don't know, this is my boy, that dude Toph from the West Coast. Sat calling in, getting it in with y'all, man, for the interview, man. Much love. All love over here. I got you. I heard that. I heard that nigga came in too.
Device unlocked.
Let's see.
Okay, I added the link there. Hopefully it pops up for you.
Back button.
Alright. Yeah, just give me a second. I just gotta get out of where I'm at right now, my
For
friend.
sure, for sure.
On some frozen shit. And I just turned off my speaker, so I just gotta turn that back on, and then we'll be good to go. But let me get to the song first. That was in the IG DMs, right?
Double tap to activate. Double Instagram. Activity. 2 unread messages button. Back button. General tab 2.
I do believe it
Top
was.
unread.
Yes, it was.
Back button. Instagram. Today 6:57 p. Double tap to heart. Profile picture. How do I join? Camera button.
Oh no.
Instagram. Back button. Top. How do I join? 50. User present. Tobias 316. C9H ago.
Hold up.
Notification shade. Expanded. Love of my life. Bullet. Messenger. Bullet. 2 hours ago. My phone restarted. It has no sound. Sorry. I keep trying to restart it to see if it kicks back. Monday, January 3rd. Expanded. Okay. What? Like. Okay. What?
Oh no, 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 no. What are we doing? Goddamn, the Wi-Fi done gone. Come on now. Come on now. We are now. What is going on now? Come on now. Get on now. Come on now. What is going on now? Why are you playing my game?
Screen off. Ringer silent. 8:01 p.m.
Why you not
Expand.
playing
Device
this
unlocked.
thing?
Instagram. Back button.
No.
Merge Guns official. Active 5H. Search. Edit box. General tab 2. General tab 2 of 2.
Going on now.
Requests button. Top unread. Shared link 50.
There it is.
Instagram. Back.
That's what I was waiting on. It went and decided to do some weird shit as usual. Where do we go? Where'd he go? There he is.
All right, there we go.
I got it back. Yes,
I knew
indeed.
something was gonna go wrong.
Yeah, right. And I finally I got the track. It finally came into the inbox. So it's like, I think, the Wi-Fi is terrible in my house, yo. I don't know about you, but Wi-Fi sucks, dude.
You know what? I was actually on the road taking care of some shit, helping a friend move, and so I had to pull off at Del Taco right now and use their Wi-Fi and have this little chat with it. So I wasn't gonna do it in the car, So
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
They're probably like, "Where is he?" So they knew I already had my interview. So
right. So let's get into this tight.
Man, okay, hey, before you play this track, let me tell you something. Like all week, right? I was like, I'm gonna bring something fresh for you guys. I'm gonna bring something fresh. Dude, I ran into like the most serious case of writer's block. So about midnight last night, I finally got this beat together. and it hit me.
Right.
I finally was able to write. So like spent most of the night, most of the morning putting this track together. And I mean, I shit you not, bro. I was driving down to their spot to help them move, trying to mix this thing in the vehicle. So if it's a little rough, I apologize, y'all. But it was a quick throw together, bro. Like, but I got some other tracks on my page. You know, you guys go check it out. I just dropped another one about 2 days ago called "Stranger at a Bar." It's like a role play situation. It's more of a little, you know, baby making song, you know, something like that. But it's a pretty cool little jam. And there's some other things I got up there for everybody. So.
Well, hell, let's get into it, then.
All right.
Expanded. Archie plays Lambda Y half
This thing called
Monday, January. Unlike button.
he said.
Next. Play button.
All right.
Speaker box.
Hold on. We're gonna make sure we got
Full
the
throttle
right
by Gatu.
to where we can
Play
play it
button.
the right
Next
way.
button.
All right, so we're gonna play
Play
it
button. Double tap to activate.
Crazy. 3 very still spectators. Yeah, sick and twisted, slick and gifted. Oh, you didn't get the memo? Sorry if you missed it. In your feet, you know it, I twisted. Saw you were here and I totally dismissed it. Because you weren't working with technology. Because you know this weed that I'm blazing has been lifted. Sorry ass weenies don't want to compete. You know you get started and left in the street. Your temperature's rising, it can take the heat. And I bet money you can handle the defeat. Take you out like I hit backspace and delete. So while I cover your bitch, keep at me, take a seat. Yeah, this track right here's a clear good treat. So just enjoy and let your head nod with the beat. Stay annihilating those that are hating. And bros, if we kick my right, keep me waiting out here with my skills perfected. And if you're on the same level, get ejected. Every jab, hook, or uppercut that I throw will push your path connected. If you thought you had a chance of success, I can let you know that I'm the one they selected. So even if you get lucky and take me out now, it won't be for long, cause I'll be resurrected. Always go for water. Yeah, I always turn on water. Spit wisdom that ain't been heard. Sex motherfucking air with style. Me and my host, we'll attack the bitches first in this year. We'll give my presence, leave it hanging. Our heaven safe, no one's over the home. You see, I don't listen to anything. Say what you left to go. I tell you, but get ready to laugh. Is this right here some shit? I met with some bitch, kind of a dumb bitch. Don't think you're the one bitch. Cause I made you come, bitch. You think you rap leverage and telling everyone what it is that you think with your dumb bitch. Okay, you hit my prostate. I painted your face, left you on the curb like a bum bitch. Think you got the nerve to start running your mouth and tell the whole world now we can ask yourself. Tell you what, if I had the gumption, I'd load up the gun and make sure that it functions. Go find the rats. Hold on the pistol for a warning shot and say I still see you run, bitch. I got no patience for games, any of these games. Ain't the least bit concerned about any of you lames. So students, I have a competition with you. What is a king if it's only self-proclaimed? Well, that answer is way too easy. See, that right there is what you would call a fucking lame. Especially if you don't know the title of the name. But I just keep pushing and doing my thing. Teenage Mutant Ninja testicles, so dang. Just look at the way my big old fucking nuts head. I always go for a bottle. Yeah, I always turn the whole bottle. Spit wisdom that ain't been heard. Sick motherfucking air style. Me and my instinct, we're attacking the bitches. So the heat is here. We're using my presence, leave me hanging. Our heavy safe, no throwing them on me. So that's open in his hand. You my own ankle, a spray. Stick a railroad spike through my skull. A blender on my brain. Not like I ain't done it before. It was pretty much the same all those years doing ecstasy, meth, and cocaine. So who else should I attack? I think I'll be brain. It's not like me to go start just 2 snippets of pain. Or 2 weeks for my own personal gain. I do it for those without a voice. So the point always look at them. They just go through names. For the less fortunate or the less skilled. If you attack them, because I see you skip my turn to get approaching your throat. And you know that could be a kill. I appreciate y'all giving me a minute just to step up to the mic and to be real. And if you happen to be one of the hops that I next to start with, you know the fucking deal.
I love that, dude.
Thank you.
I love that. There is something about the way that song came together, bro. Even with the obvious background noise that I heard in that track, I could literally like that shit. You could tell it like you were on with with your lyrics. Like
Thank
that
you.
was what I would have thought Full Throttle would have been like too for the real, because like I was like, all right, bro went like so overlapping where you would have thought he would have been off with what he was gonna, but bro, if you really caught everything he was saying, so artists
Yeah,
really listen to artists. So I would
yeah,
respect
for sure, for
I
sure.
respect the lyricism definitely, bro. That was dope. Man.
I
It
appreciate that.
has
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure to have you on this show with us, bro, man.
Same,
Like, and I hope
same.
this is an opportunity for you to come back, man. Anytime,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
You will be
anytime, brother.
welcome. Like I said, bro, we do a weekly set here, bro, and on Saturdays I usually join in, have a little freestyle session and shit. But like,
Okay.
it depends on anybody if anybody joins in, but usually it's 30 minutes for me, or up to, however long if anybody joins, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
But
right.
like I said, man, it's just all in fun. We just like to hang out and chill. And tomorrow we should have something new for you as well. We doing topics and stuff we like to talk about. So
Okay.
last question I have for you is more or less the question of the day for
Go ahead, my
today's
man.
conversation that we usually do. It's a normal conversation question of the day, which is, what's got you motivated this week?
Man, this week, probably the same thing that's got me motivated all the rest of the time. My love for my music, my love for my lady, my family, and honestly, my little brother in spirit, rest in peace. I mean, I know he's with you, so that boy keeps me motivated constantly.
Respect, man. Shout out to you and the fam. Much love to you for dropping in and going and bearing with us through this tech issue we've been
Hey, it's
having
all good,
throughout
man.
this hour. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Come back to the
Hey, like I
show and
said,
join us
oh
again
yeah,
for another
like
one.
I was saying, anytime, bro. You know, you want me back, just let me know. I'll jump in and keep that West Coast East Coast connection going.
You already know, bro. Anytime,
All
bro.
right,
And I'm
man.
always down for that, bro. No doubt. So,
All
hey,
right, man.
man, I appreciate you. Salute to you,
Hey,
King.
same. Hey, y'all make sure to go
All
check me
right,
out. That
man.
dude Toph on all platforms.
You already know, bro. Till the next one.
All right, man. You guys take it easy.
All right. Yes. It's all to the love, people. Like, this is the kind of thing that we do here on the show, and this is something that we're gonna keep doing. So, for all of y'all that got a chance to sit in and listen to the conversation that took place, this is what we got for you. The Peasy Show goes live. We go talking to people, different artists. We didn't get a viewer. We didn't get them in view of for IG, but you guys go check out the YouTube page and check in for us for YouTube's New Wave Music Wednesday or Motivation Monday this week for the new for the full video of this interview. It was a little